feel like ain't 7. Put lines on through my essence. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't 7.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Money Down. We back with another live episode. NFL draft is underway. Obviously got started last night with the first round. I think we had some interesting stuff go down in the first round, in which one of our hosts will be joining on in a couple seconds to discuss his team.
Oh yeah, he been tripping.
as we all know, he's a big Rams fan. He wasn't very happy. I mean, neither was their coach, it seemed like. So that has been we will get into that in a little bit. But from the first round, what was like y'all biggest takeaways from the picks or some trades? And I know you was a little skeptical of Buffalo in that first round a little bit. They made some good picks today, though. I will say that.
We'll get to the Bills later. The Cardinals drafting Jeremiah Love at 3 makes no sense to me for a multitude of reasons. First of all, who the hell's going to block for him? Because they have like 1.5 offensive linemen. They got like Paris Johnson, and that's it, as far as I can tell. B, they already have 4 running backs on the roster. Like, they still got James Conner last time I checked. They got Tyler Algier. They got a couple other dudes in there. Like, I know you can like use him as a weapon, and like a lot of people said he's like the best prospect in the draft. Just like, talk about no, but whatever. And I get that. But they got no quarterback. I mean, like Jacoby's back out there throwing the ball. I love Jacoby. Don't get me wrong. Like Jacoby, like Jacoby James, like great dude. Like we all mess with Jacoby, but he's on the backside of his career, and I don't meet like my personal thoughts on the draft is that like if you are a middling team, like or of less, if you're a low level team like the Cardinals are right now, like you need to be drafting in the trenches no matter what. Like you need to be taking as many shots in the trenches. Like I was talking about this with my boy last night. And like to me, like the only positions that I really want to spend first round capital on: offensive line, defensive line, quarterback, and cornerback. Like those are really the only 4 positions that I'm really interested, especially if I'm that high in the draft. Like those are the only positions that I'm interested in doing that. So like I really don't get that one. That was like besides the Ty Simpson thing, which I'm sure we'll get into once Warren gets here. But for me, like that to me was like a bit of a head scratcher. Like I think they either got to trade back, or they should have just gone and taken Arbel Reese, taken Francis Maui-Noah, or another offensive lineman that they like more, because I don't see him being successful there given the lack of offensive line that they have.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Yeah, you go ahead, Soj.
I mean, bro. Also, too, is like, bro, we talking about a division that just seems like keep getting better, bro. Right? Like, bro, the Rams and obviously the Super Bowl winner of last year, the Seahawks, they drafted a back, which happened to be from the same backfield, which we were talking about earlier, is pretty cool. Like, I don't know when the last time we've had 2 backs from the same backfield get drafted in the first. But it just seems like
it's got to be Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams at Auburn, right?
Yeah, which is, damn it, I probably was in like 3rd grade or something when they were playing football, right? But it just seemed like every team in that division keeps getting good, right? Seattle got better in the first round. I know a lot of people feel how they feel about the Ty Simpson pick to the Rams, but the Rams are the Rams, right? Both of those teams were in the NFC Championship. It just seems like the teams in that division, Arizona, not making no moves to get better and be a contention. And we know, he's a great back. I think probably the best prospect in the draft. It just didn't match, like you said, Perk. Like it didn't match what they needed. And I don't want to say this is why some organizations continue to be bad, but when you make decisions like that and it just doesn't, it's a head scratcher. Although you're happy for him and you understand that he's probably the best player in the draft, I just don't think that's the fit for him. But then here it is, we'll get on, we'll have people get on podcasts and TV shows and complain about a player being a bust. And I'm not saying he's going to be a bust, but he has no help in front of him to you know what I'm saying, go and be successful. So it's always that thin line of like, bro, you know he's a great player, but it's always a system fit. And I don't think it's a great system fit.
I was James. I was really hoping he would end up in Washington. Like my dream was to see him in that same backfield with Jaden Daniels. They have, they've got a couple weapons and pass catcher. Like I think he would have been incredible there. That's what I really wanted to see. Yeah, he would have had to slide till 7, but I think that would have been a dream scenario. I mean, like, and we saw what happened last year with Ashton Genty, right? Gets picked, what, 4th overall, something like that. Goes to a team that has no offensive line and bad quarterback play, and he doesn't do anything. And I unfortunately think like that's probably the same fate for him this year.
Actually had a decent year though, right? James.
Yeah, for what
Yeah,
it
he
was,
did.
he had a pretty solid year. I don't mind the pick because y'all brought it up too. To me, he was probably the best player in this draft when you just look at it. Like pure athlete, running back, explosive plays, making a difference for your team. You do got to have support as a running back. Just like quarterback too, man. You got to have support around you for you to go out there and succeed. But when you have one of these guys that's almost like a generational type talent, like you got to get them. Like you don't want to pass up on it. And like I said, they could have drafted an offensive lineman. They could have drafted a defensive lineman, and things could have been still status quo for them. And you just kind of wait until your team gets good. I'm gonna get that top talent dude. And he may not do nothing in year 1 or do what's expected of a number 4 or number 3 overall pick in year 1, but hopefully these later rounds you can still get some of those pieces that can help him out. You know what I mean? So I don't mind. I do understand your guys' perspective, but I'm getting the best player on the board. Like at that pick, like you only gonna have that top 3. Granted, they might be sorry again.
Yeah.
but you may not. You know what I mean? You may not have that top 5 pick again. So that talent is there. I'm going to get it. I don't know what's your thoughts on the Warren?
That's you talking about the Jeremiah Love pick? I thought it was a great pick. Obviously, they've had some talent in the backfield, not being able to take full advantage of it because the team hasn't been great. Don't get me wrong, but I think they got to answer quarterback problems. I think that'll help them out a lot. But I think in that position, being top 5, you got to take what's best on the board. I don't think it gets any better than Jeremiah Love. I do think he was the best player coming out of the draft. Coming out of the draft this year. So again, I agree with you, James. You got to go get what's best on the board at that time, being a top 5 pick, and he can be the guy, especially long term. Again, it may not be year 1. It may not be year 2. Who knows? Arizona may turn the corner year 3, year 4, getting him some pieces around him, maybe making some offseason trades or free agent pickups that, is able to maximize Jeremiah Love's talent, right? I think you're in a different boat with a running back fresh out of the draft than a quarterback fresh out of the draft coming into a system that, as Sojourn would say, is doomed, right? It's a lot harder for a quarterback than it is for a running back. Look at, I was gonna say look at Saquon when he first got to New York, but Eli was still there and they still had talent around him, so can't really make that comparison. But
Eli was kind of on his way out.
He was on his way out the door, but Eli is still a great quarterback and was at that time had won 2 Super Bowls. So you got to give him his credit, but it just takes a few pieces here and there, right? And it takes also, relying on your run game and utilize him in other areas and other aspects of your offense in order to get him going sometimes, right? Utilize him out of the backfield, get him out, matched up one-on-one with a linebacker and see what happens. But, them check downs going to be important. Jacoby Brissett had a lot of success with check downs. You know what I'm saying? And being able to extend the ball downfield. He's a smart quarterback, when he was there. But, you got to get what's best on the board at that time, and Jeremiah Love is the best off the board in the draft right now.
Yeah.
What throws me is James Conner wasn't even bad. I know he got hurt last year, but I know he got hurt, and I can't. Was it an ankle injury or a toe injury? I don't know.
Something lower body.
I know it was something lower body. It's just so crazy to me that you go that early at back, and it's like that's not a. Is it an issue? Of course, right? He's getting older. James Conner's getting older, coming off injury. But I don't think that's like how they would say like best fit right now or best player, I guess, available for that system and what they need right now. So I get it. Best player in the draft. I think we all can agree on that. But damn it, you ain't need no running back. You got four backs on the
I
roster
mean,
already.
Not him though.
but they're not him. Who you got?
And
You got James
so
Conner. Who else? You got Demercado, and then you got what's the other guy?
I think the Algier go there in free agency. So yeah, he's not him. He's a good player, but he's not.
I mean, Algier
so
could be a
so
one,
Yeah, I'm
he
saying
could.
he's not
y'all saying
Jeremiah
y'all
but he's not
saying not
Jeremiah Love.
y'all saying not him, right? But you ain't got no offense. I don't care if you him or not. If you don't got no offensive line to block for you,
Sure.
you could turn to him to
but that's
consider
every,
the
that's every position though. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got support around you, ain't nobody doing
Nah,
nothing.
true.
You know what I mean? So that's what it really comes down. I mean, the surprise for me was I knew he was gonna go first round, but Mekhi Lemon going to the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles been stacking up receivers all off season. They signing free agents, making trades, and now they draft a receiver in the first round who I think is really good, very talented, explosive, can make the catches, run after the catch. Not the biggest dude, but tough. I mean, I thought he was gonna go first round from the get-go, but not to the Philadelphia Eagles. To me, like, what's y'all kind of thoughts on that? Is that just even more writing on the wall for AJ Brown to be up out of there?
Oh yeah,
Or is that kind of guaranteed?
yeah, bro. AJ out of there, bro. And I think too, like, I
Yeah,
ain't even saying I'm not saying I don't agree with AJ, but I guess when you and I won't even say cause ruckus, but it's been well known that he doesn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you have a team that a GM like Howie, who I'm sure him and AJ have a respectable relationship, you want to do right by that person, but I also at the same time, Howie is a genius when it comes to how he gonna pair this whole thing up. He gonna get what he want to get out of this, right? So I just think it's no surprise and no shock. I mean, we've been hearing these stories for the past week and a half, 2 weeks before the draft that it's just clearly a situation or a timeline situation till he can get traded. Now, where I know we've been hearing everybody's been linking him to New England. But now, I mean, I know we don't want to talk about it as much, but it's a whole bunch of noise going on there in New England. So if you AJ, do you want to step into that? And it's not nothing serious with involving players or nothing, but it's just like, is that the situation you want to go to? So I just think is real sticky as far as where he's gonna land, but it's 100% on the writings on the wall. He's out of Philly.
right on the wall. I agree with that.
No, that's crazy.
No, I
All
agree
right,
with that.
Warren, man, you up, man? You been real vocal in the group chat.
Hey
Nah,
Warren, I
bro.
gotta go, but I gotta stay to hear this, bro. 'Cause I
Nah,
got
bro. I don't
I
know,
gotta hear
bro. I
this.
like, and I love to say it, bro. And Les and McVay we trust, found, but it's just like I don't. And maybe I'm just maybe I think maybe it's just me. But I just feel like we could have done so much better. First off, with our 13th pick. I mean, we are a team that's looking to win right now, and it's a lot of possible weapons on the board that can help us answer them questions. Like, for example, we talk about Mekhi Lemon and how he went in the first round. I honestly thought we should have taken him. We needed a third receiver last year, when Puka was hurt or when DA was hurt. Like, you had Kanata Monfield and, Tutu Atwell, was injured. So you didn't have a third out of Tutu. But my thing is, like, that's a question that you need answer. Why not go answer it, right? Why pick up a quarter? I get it. We need a quarterback of the future, 1,000%. I do feel like Ty Simpson would have been there in the second round, in my opinion. I think he would have. But then also on that same note, I'm not a big Ty Simpson fan, and that's just me. I think we drafted him based off of potential and not production, and again, he did have a really good first half of the season for Bama, right? But he only played 15 games. He's only played 15 games. And so coming out of the draft, like seeing what they do well, what he did well on the field, like, dude, he reminds me of Stetson Bennett, and we already have him in the backfield. That's bro,
That's
like
That's
that's me,
crazy.
fam. That's
that's
me, fam.
crazy.
And I've said that. I said that from the get go, bro. That's what he reminds me of, bro. Because you got to think, bro. Stetson Bennett was smart with the ball. He could make a lot of plays with the ball downfield. He was able to move around with his legs. Like he wasn't super highly graded. And again, the age difference was there, right? The age difference, Stetson being a lot older. But just from, in my opinion, like tell me what he's done to say, okay, this is gonna be our guy at 13. I would have much rather, if we're not gonna go a third receiver, or heck, I would have loved to have Kenyon Sadiq and what he can do with versatility. Like you want to run your 14, great. You want to bring another tight end and run your 13 or 14, you're great. But Kenyon Sadiq can also split out and play the slot. He can also be a third receiver. He was very reliable in Oregon. He was really good at separation, ran a great 40 time. Like, do something that's going to help you win now. And I just don't think, I really don't think Ty Simpson is that for us right now.
I would have loved to see y'all take an offensive lineman there too. Either
Bro,
Rob,
I would have been great. I would have been great with offensive line because
right?
Big Rob
Because Rob
just
is retired, right?
1,000%.
You need a new right tackle. I mean, you could have gotten Monroe Freeling, Maxi Anachor,
Yes.
like someone like
Yes.
that. Like I
Yes.
was, if you're not going to get a weapon, right? Like get someone to keep 39-year-old Matt Stafford upright.
Yep.
I honestly, I ain't mind the pick, man. I think for y'all have to think for the future. I mean, y'all are a very good football team, typically in the playoffs. You don't often get these picks this early on in the draft. I mean, who knows? Ty Simpson, he maybe shouldn't have been drafted top 15, whatever. But he does have the potential, like, as we talk about that word, to be a future good football player in the NFL. He's not going to have to play this year. So great situation for him. Get behind Matthew Stafford, compete with Stetson Bennett for the backup role. He's around a great play caller within a great system with some great playmakers.
That's fair.
I think, like I said, over time, I do think this can turn into something good for you guys. No, it's not like the sexy pick. I thought you guys did an excellent job addressing your needs already during the free agency in the offseason. So where like y'all are able to make this type of, you know what I mean? In my opinion, that's the way I kind of thought of it for you guys. I don't mind it. Like I said, I know he hasn't played a ton. He's not as proven as some other first round quarterbacks that you typically see. But like I said, that P word, like we talked about last week, we'll see what happens.
I get it. And again, like I said, I have my own feelings about Ty Simpson and how I feel about him, like as a player in terms of what I've seen. Again, I'm not a quarterback. I don't know how to grade quarterbacks. Like I said, I haven't played the position, but I'm just mad at the spot we took him at. I don't mind that we took him. We do need a quarterback of the future. I don't mind that part. It's just the spot that we took him out. There's so much more we could have done at 13. I would even been happy with us keeping our same MO of saying F them first round picks and trading back and getting a couple more and answering some more questions that we needed. Going to get another receiver or going to I don't mind we picked up Max Clare. I don't. I think we do well with our tight ends, and I think that he's gonna be a good weapon. Would I have liked Kenyon Sadiq again? Yes, but at the same time, like he if Les and McVay feel like that's what fits our offense, like so be it.
Or
But like I said,
Delp out of Georgia.
You said what?
Even Delp out of Georgia.
Or Delp, bro. Delp. Yeah, even Delp out of Georgia. Like he was drafted. I think he's a steal, where he got drafted. But like I said, man, it's not so much about trying to get the quarterback of the future. I get it, love it. He's got a chance to develop a behind Matt Stafford, great coaching staff, great offensive mind with McVay. But it's just the position that we took him at. I think we could have done so much more and got more value out of that 13th pick than going to go get him at 13.
Yeah. No, what's your thoughts on McVay too? Because it looked like he wasn't.
Bro, I know he was hot. Boy, I know he was hot. Boy, I was hot. I was hot for him. He didn't want to answer them questions. Bro, he didn't want to answer them questions at all. Nah, and then you got the boss man sitting right next to him. He didn't want to say nothing crazy.
Jesus.
I'm about to say that's always the craziest thing to me about like especially draft time is like the disconnect it could be between the GM and the head coach. Like, how clear as day is it that McVay did not want that pick. And here it is. I gotta put on a face and be like, yeah, glad to have you, kid. Like, can't wait for you to get here. Like, bro, deep down. And it's to the point where he couldn't even hide it. It's just like, man, hey, this ain't I wanted to pick.
Like when you're trying to hold it in, you just gritting your teeth, bro. You can tell how hard he was gritting his teeth. That boy was hot. It's just, but again, that goes to sometimes the disconnect. When you do GM and you feel a certain way, like you can make calls like that. And again, I'm pretty sure Les has made them calls, in recent drafts, and it's panned out. We've done really good over the last couple of years, and some of the decisions that we made from a draft and offseason standpoint. It's just these first couple rounds for us, I just don't think was it. Like we haven't addressed offensive line concerns, and sometimes offensive linemen can be, you can pick them up late and they pan out, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes them offensive linemen that you get in the first couple rounds that have higher grades are the only ones that pan out. I mean, like I said, everything comes with development and time, but bro, we need pieces like that are going to help us win tomorrow. I mean, because that's where we just came from. Like, we're a couple pieces away. Who knows if you do have a third receiver that's reliable, that is not keeping up with DA and Puka, but can also be that safety net or something. I just feel like it puts you in a much better position if you got another guy that can help protect the quarterback. Because in the playoffs, right? I remember put him in, got his butt cooked. So it's like it's just there's questions that need to be answered. I felt like could have came at 13.
No, it's definitely tough.
Hey,
man.
my thing is, can I say something? My thing is, I've seen so many people come out and say Jeremiah Love at 4 was too early, but I feel like nobody coming out and saying that Ty Simpson at 13 was too early. Like, it's just
people are saying it. People are saying it.
Oh, they are? Okay. No,
yeah.
I just think it's so unfair. Like, draft time, you can clearly see who has, I don't want to say favorites or, I don't know. It's just like, bro, 13 Ty is too, like, it's too early. Let's get to the point. I feel like any other quarterback probably felt like, bro, what in the hell is going on? Like, how he get drafted at 13? Don't get me wrong. Has a great deal of amount of potential. But we talked about it, in these last couple of episodes. That potential word get a lot of people in trouble, bro. A lot of people in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure, man. I mean, gotta talk about the Pats, man. Gotta talk about what they did in the first round. I do like their pick. Go out, get you another offensive lineman. We need it. As you can see in the playoffs, need a young, talented offensive lineman. Get him out of Utah. Utah been putting out some good linemen over the last several years. Some big boys. He's young. He can move. Didn't quite like his little dance video, but we'll see. We'll see about all that.
Brody, I don't even know why ESPN aired that, fam.
They're wrong.
You gotta pick a different clip, bro.
They're wrong for that one.
Damn.
I know a lot of people said they didn't like how they traded up to get him, but potentially a team like KC, who's lost a couple linemen, they potentially could have drafted a guy like that. So trade up, get the guys you want. I mean, who knows if he ends up playing a lot this year, but Morgan Moses is getting old. Obviously, Will Campbell had a tough end of the year last year, but just get some young guys, support them. We need that around our young quarterback. So I thought it was great. And then our pick today, I thought it was awesome. Shout out to my guy, Gabe Akis out of Illinois, man. It's funny. I was about to send a tweet out or something before the draft when he was working out. I'm like you look like you're going to be a Patriot. And it did actually happen because he is that Mike Vrabel type of player. He fits the New England type of mold. Physical dude, works hard, can rush the passer, can play the run, like practices hard. He's a good leader, man. Shout out to my guy, Gabe, man. I've seen the work that you put in just in that year that I was with you. And like I said, congrats, big dog. I get to come out and see you whenever I want now. So, I'll be seeing you real soon. I have to pop out there during training camp to come check you out, man. So, but Pert, what's your thoughts on the Bills, man? So I know y'all didn't do too much in day one, but what's your thoughts today?
So, I'm mad that I stayed up to watch the whole draft, right? Because last night I'm staying up. I'm like, okay, like I'm getting through this. We're gonna get to pick 26. Like it's gonna be okay. Keep trading back, now they're out of the first round. I'm like, I ain't gonna say like the words that were coming out of my mouth, screaming at the TV here on the air for the kids to listen to. And then, TJ Parker, nice player, way better than 24 than 25, early second round for the Bills. But I also felt like what this team needed was defensive back. And the guy I've been banging the drum for is Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the safety out of Toledo. Bills are desperate for safety help. And he was there. They didn't pick him. They picked TJ Parker. And now they've got Jimmy Leonard as the new defensive coordinator, right? And we all know Jimmy. We all have bad respect for Jimmy, right? Like, I mean, Soju played for Jimmy. Like, we all know him. And in the 3-4 that he runs, Parker's a tweener because he doesn't have the requisite athleticism, I don't think, to play outside linebacker, right? He never really dropped into coverage at Clemson, but he's not big enough to play 3-4 end. And so that was a confusing pick to me. I did not love that. I wanted Emmanuel McNeil-Warren was the guy. I wanted them to just stick and pick at 26 and take him. Like, I was going to be over the moon with that. Other guy I really like, Cade McDonald, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. That was like, those were the two guys that I was like really hoping the Bills would get, or Chris Johnson, the corner, who ended up getting picked, I think 27th overall by the Dolphins out of San Diego State. Those were sort of like the three guys as a Bills fan, like I was really keyed up on, right? And TJ Parker is just a little bit underwhelming to me here. And I don't see him really as a schematic fit. Brandon Beane's track record with second rounders is truly abysmal. Like truly abysmal. And so trading out of the first round to now pick 2 second rounders. Second, Igbinosun, the corner they picked out of Ohio State, he's fine. But man, Keontae Scott from Miami is still there on the board.
Yeah, I like Keontae.
I watched plenty of Ohio State. I watched plenty of Miami. Bro, Keontae Scott can run circles around Igbinosun. And to me, like, dude, just take Keontae Scott. Bro, that kid is a player. He's you saw that pick he had in the national semifinal game against Ohio State. Like, that's all tape and athleticism, like studying the tape, knowing where to be and making a play with your athleticism. And he's someone who made big plays all the time. I think he could have played nickel. Bills are desperate for a nickel, or even an outside corner. I think he could have played either. So I'm not really that excited about what Buffalo has done. I would have, my dream would have been McNeil-Warren and then probably someone who's more of a true 3-4 end, defensive end, because, they added Bradley Chubb in free agency. He's going to start outside linebacker. I think he's going to be solid there. Yeah. But I this is tough, man. Like, right now, I'm giving the Bills like a C, like on this draft right now. I think Parker has the upside. He's shown some flashes, but I just don't see a schematic fit for him.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting. I mean, one team for me that I think has done an excellent job over these last couple of days is, unfortunately to say, is the New York Jets, man. I thought
they're killing it.
Yeah, they made some good picks. Obviously,
yeah, they're killing it for sure.
They got Sadiq to pair him. So you got two tight ends. Now you got Mason Taylor. Now you got Sadiq. And you got Omar Cooper Jr. out of Indiana, very good football player. And then they got D'Angelo Pond. So excellent picks, man. So they got a lot of question marks, in that building. But I thought they typically draft well, which is kind of funny, but it just never ends up turning out to anything for them. So I think this is a good core group of young players right now. I mean, we'll see what they do for the next couple of days or tomorrow when they finish out the draft. But I thought they picked well. I hope Aaron Glenn the best of luck, except for against the Patriots, man. Going forward, because I know it's tough, man. Coaching in New York, you don't get much time. You don't get much time to figure that out. So this is going to be a huge year for Aaron Glenn and company.
One thing I will say though, your Falcons got Avion Terrell, and I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, that was
huge.
I was gonna say that next. That's so dope, man. To have how cool is that to have your big brother, who is, an all-pro corner, one of the highest. I mean, obviously there's been corners that got paid since he's been playing, but he had his share where he was for sure, top 5 in the league. How dope is it that you get drafted early in the second round to play along your brother, right? Especially knowing that you get drafted that early, you got to come in and contribute and play. So I think that's going to be super, super dope for them two to share the field at the same time, and play meaningful snaps together. Like, I don't think, we've known players to have their younger brother play, But it's just a little bit. It's just a little like the Watt brothers, right? We've known them to have right Derek and TJ on the same team, but how many times are those two guys on the field together at the same time in some of them crunch time moments at the same position? Like that's super dope, man. Shout out to them boys. I know they mom Dukes and they family OD happy.
Yeah, you can't beat that, man. Two for one special. You ain't got to travel 2 different places to go watch your sons play.
That's true too.
That's facts.
All
That's
that
facts.
on one spot, man. Last but not least, man, it is NBA playoffs going on, so got to go to this social standout we had. Boosie, man, Boosie out in ATL trying to be a part of the halftime shows, right?
Hilarious, bro.
Boosie out there tripping. Nah. It's funny. He tried to jump off the trampoline, like they got like almost like the mascot type dudes would have you jumping off and dunking and everything. Got to watch Boosie. He tried to do his thing, man. Air Boosie. Hold on.
Bro, that's hilarious, dog.
Wait till you
And they got some dope ass pictures too. I ain't gonna lie. That camera can do some magic, fam. You would think.
he really done that mother. Hey, slow down. Hey, you gotta keep the speed. Boosie can't slow down when you get to the trampoline.
Nah, bro, he didn't want to crease the J's, fam.
No. That dog said, "Forget that." I wonder how they even came up with that to get him to actually go do that. That's the picture fire though. He got them Louis on. That's why he.
Oh, he got Louis. Yeah, he didn't want to crease them.
He said, "Forget that." Nah, that's hilarious though, man. NBA playoffs is on the way. Has been pretty good. I gotta tune in. I ain't been tapped in too much to the NBA. I gotta watch. I ain't watched no regular season games all year long, so I gotta tune into the NBA playoffs. But
Bro, I think the Knicks still cursed, fam. The Knicks cursed.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. It's a couple of games been gassed. Hey, New York in a tough one because Atlanta on their ass, y'all boys.
Mhm.
Shoot, Boston had a tough game. I mean, they ended up winning, but it was a lot of back and forth between them and the Sixers. I know a couple of the earlier games were blowouts, just throughout this week, but it seemed like it's starting to pick up a little bit, man. And bro, this is what the playoffs about. Hopefully, we get a good matchup. James, our team ain't in it, so I'm rooting for the teams.
Let's go sell.
I'm rooting for the team, man. But man, I hope that we get some good sports because we about to hit that time of the year, fam, where ain't nothing on TV, dog. And you want to talk about feel doomed, like, bro? It's just nothing but baseball on every day.
Yep, that's it.
You know what? We got to shout out LeBron. Bro, at 41, he about to put the Lakers up 3-0 here on the Rockets.
Yeah.
By himself. No Luka, no Austin Reeves, and LeBron just doing his thing, man. Look, out there, like there's 35 seconds left in the game as we're recording right now. Man has played 44 minutes tonight, 29 points, 13 boards, 6 assists. Bro's older than me, and I'm an old man. Like he is he never ceases to amaze me, and he can be corny sometimes, but I am not here for any LeBron slander. I think he is underappreciated as an athlete because just think about what this man is doing at 41 years old out here, and a young man. I mean, he's playing against dudes that are literally half of his age. Literally half of his age. And he is still dominating. He's out there as the best player on the court most of these games.
That's why he's the second greatest of all time.
I mean, it's
I'm not going to disagree with that.
It's an argument, but hey, it's an argument for him to be the best.
I'm just trying to start something.
No, for sure. I mean, we ain't gonna never see nobody do it at this age like how he do it, man.
Nah.
It's pretty incredible. I'm sure he got a little bit of extra juice this year with your son being on the team. Kind of 2 years in a row and all that stuff. I mean, that give you a little bit of life. And who knows? This could be his last year for real. So say they go out there with a bang. Who knows?
No. There's one thing we know about LeBron is he is gonna let everybody know and get that full year retirement tour. Make a documentary.
He said he don't want it.
I mean, if
You can say that.
if they somehow was able to win this year,
If they win this year,
I can see it. You know what I mean? Because you ain't getting too many more opportunities to go.
No, not at all.
So you might as well go out with a bang if you get that chance. But that's a wrap for the Money Down podcast. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the live episode, man. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media networks. Tap in with us. We appreciate y'all.
Hey.
What's good with it?
Hey, Rams, bro. Go get Zach right, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah. Hold on, Patriots pick.
Yeah.
Let me see the Patriots pick. Give y'all a live reaction. Let's see who Deion Branch announcing who we gonna get here.
Deion Branch was gangster.
Yeah, Deion Branch like that. That's my dog.
Deion gangster.
Yeah, he was.
So crazy, man. Bro, Deion was hooping when I was in like 3rd grade or something, bro.
Yeah.
I was like that, man.
And for sure.
Oh.
Let's see who we got.
Okay, Eli Raridon,
Okay.
tight end from Notre Dame.
I like that. Need a tight end.
Tight end Notre Dame.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good pick. That's
Notre
a good
Dame
pick.
TEU.
Yeah. Notre Dame always got good tight ends. So
Yep.
That's facts.
6'6", 245. Oh yeah, I like that.
He gonna block it up.
He'll move her.
Hunter Henry getting old, so you gotta need some young talent off in that thing. But appreciate y'all. Keep tuning in, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love.
I was deaf.
Yes, sir.